Hello everybody, my name is Adam from Adam's Mockups. In this video I'm going to be showing you how you can make a highly realistic 3D spinning t-shirt mockup in Blender for beginners. The link to all of the files I use in this video will be linked below, as well as anything else I use in this video. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll personally be replying to every single one of them. So first you want to download Blender. You want to go to this link, it is in the description below, and you want to download Blender. Press download, it will start downloading. When the installer is downloaded, just next, pick where you want it to be and install it. I've already got it installed, so I'm going to close this down. Then once that's finished downloading, you want to go to the link in the description and download all of my Blender files. It will come one download link, one file that you need to download, and it'll come like this. You can then go into Blender 3D files and you've got the 3 different types of mockups. In this video, we're just going to be looking at the t-shirt mockup, not the clothing rail or the walking t-shirt, but both of those videos are live now and in the description. So you want to double click t-shirt customizable 3D mockup, and it's going to open up looking like this. So in this section, you've got all of the different collections. You've got lighting, all of the mockups, the backgrounds, camera angles, and the example collections. So you can just open all of these up like this, open and close them. When you're using them, open them up. When you're not, you can close them to keep it all clean. Camera angles, you can switch between camera angles like this. You want to click this button here to go into the render view, which shows the rendered product, and there you can see it cycling through the different camera angles. As far as backgrounds, you can change your background by deselect the eye and the camera and pick which one. So green, red, white, wood, black, blue. You can also change the color of all of these to any color you want, but say we go with blue, or I think we just have blue, so say we go with red, then there you go, you've got a red background. And if you click on the background, we'll go into this properly, but then you can change colors in that. So this is how you're going to customize your mockup. So in this tab, t-shirt wrap mockups, this has got all of the blank mockups inside of it. So currently we've got an example t-shirt still showing. So we have the blue represent example is still showing. This is just a represent t-shirt. As you can see, we've got a bunch of examples in here. So Bape example, Cortez Nike example, if we show this one and let it rotate, Cortez and Nike like this. But when we're making our own, we want to use the blank ones. So in here, you want to show the blank ones. So we got t-shirt 1 and t-shirt 2. T-shirt 1 is more straight like this. This is how t-shirt 1 looks. And then you have t-shirt 2, which has more creases and the guy is moving. The model who is wearing it is mid-step. It depends what style you want to go for. So with t-shirt 1 selected in here, or you can press it in here, either way, you want to make sure you're in the shading tab. You can press shift and the middle mouse just to rearrange this slightly. Make sure that you are on this circle here, this sphere with the checkered print on it. That's what you want to be on. You've got the 4 materials here that make up the t-shirt mockup. So if you have the top one selected, you're in this here, you've got the top one selected. This is the base material of the t-shirt. So in shirt base color, you can select this here, click it once, and you can change the t-shirt to any color you want. So say we go for a blue color, and you can play around with a bunch of different attributes. So you can play around with the roughness, make it kind of shiny. I would suggest keeping it at what it is at, but you can play around with these. So metallic, the normal factor is the strength of the material. So if you set that to 0, then it's not really got a material. It doesn't look very realistic. But you can set it to 1. The detail scale up here, you can change this to say 20, and you see that the material, the texture on the t-shirt, it gets smaller, so like higher definition. I would recommend keeping this at about 15, because that is what I believe a real t-shirt looks like. So that I have it set at 15. The other tabs here are the waist tag. So if I let this rotate, the waist tag here, and then you have the sleeve tag, which is the sleeve here. Last on the list is the stitching. So this one here is the stitching. So if you zoom in, you can see the stitching here. I have it usually the same color as the t-shirt as I do now, but if you want to make it a different color, then you can press this button here, which will make it its own material. And then with this selected, now it's its own material. Say I can make it green, and now it's green. But if I want to set it back, I can either Control Z and undo. I press that, press this, copy it, copy the name, go back to the stitch material here. You just remember the order of them. The bottom one is the stitch. Press this here, which is the library of materials, paste the name, and just press enter, and it's back to blue. So to get your graphics on the t-shirt, this is what you want to do. Go back into the 3D t-shirt mockup master and open up Customise Files, UV Map Templates, and go into PSD. If you have Photoshop and you use Photoshop, then feel free to use Photoshop. But in this video, I'm going to be using the free website photop.com. The link will be below. And this is a free online alternative to Photoshop that you don't have to sign up for or anything like that. You can just click on the link and start using it straight away. So open from computer. Then you want to select this one, still spinning and clothing rack t-shirt graphic template. For all of my 3D t-shirt tutorials, they all use this same file. So you want to open up that, zoom in. I'm just holding Alt and scrolling up to zoom in, and you can see this has been made to be really easy to use. So you can hide all of these folders. So background, the UV map, the text boxes, front, back, left sleeve, right sleeve, sleeve tag, waist tag, guidelines, and we've got some example graphics here as well. So we've got Night Cortez and some represent graphics. If you just toggle this color overlay here, you can make the UV black so you can see the white print. You just want to drag your graphic on top of here. So I'm going to get a graphic. I'm going to make sure my graphic has a transparent background. It's a PNG with a transparent background. I'm going to drag it in, and it's loaded in here, but you just want to grab it and drag it to the top. There we go. So it's loaded in the perfect place. So I'm going to put that there. And then if you want to have graphics on your sleeves and your waist tags, then you put them in here. So if I enable the text boxes, that's the sleeve and that's the waist. So I'm going to drag that in, and I'm also going to drag in this painting, and I'm going to put that on the waist tag. And then when you've got all your graphics done, you just want to hide all of these. So I just dragged select like that, but you want to hide everything except for your graphics. So you have your graphics showing at the top, then you go file, export, PNG, and then just press save. So once that's saved, you want to go to the top one, the base color for the t-shirt, select that, then you want to drag in the graphic that you just exported. So here it is, drag it in, it's in here. Make sure that you got that top one selected. Bring the color, you select, I'm just zooming in with the mouse scroll wheel, select this little yellow color and just drag that into the normal like that, that into there, and normal into graphic image color, graphic image color, so into there, and then the alpha into graphic image alpha, and there you go. So now the graphic is on there and it is able to be customized. So if you zoom in to the graphic like this, you can change all sorts. So the roughness is already at 0. So we can change the normal strength like this. So now it's really shiny. This is getting rid of the fabric texture. So if I put it to 1, then it's got a strong fabric texture on it, but if I set the graphic normal strength to 0, then it doesn't, and it's now shiny. I'm actually going to make my t-shirt white, so I'm going to get the hue and the saturation down, and the stitching is set to the same, so it will automatically change. And then to apply my waist tag and sleeve tag graphics, I do the exact same thing, but in the sleeve tag and waist tag tabs. So same thing, color into normal, there into there, alpha into alpha, and as you can see, there we go. Now you have the painting on there like that. And then just do the same for the sleeve. You can actually copy, if you select this and Control C, you can go into sleeve tag and Control V, and just like that, into the normal, into the alpha, maybe lower this metallic a bit, that shouldn't be at 1, and there you can see the R was on the sleeve. As for changing the color of the background, it's the same procedure. So you just select the background and change the color like this. So you can change the color to whatever you like. Say I change it to this red. You can make it rougher, you can make it more shiny. Maybe things like the emission. I wouldn't really play around with this, but this, you can make the background into a light source. So say I open emission, make it red, and then put the strength up a bit. It's now shining red, but I'm gonna disable that. Maybe if I set it to 0.3, that looks alright. Or you could just hide the background like this, and now it's hidden. So for my render, I'm gonna actually hide the background. So I've hidden the background, and now I'm gonna go into the layout tab. So press the layout tab up here. Now that I'm all done with the shading and the coloring of my t-shirt and we're ready to go, it's the same kind of thing in this tab. You press this button again to get the render view, and once you're ready to render, you want to go into this little camera icon here. Make sure this is ticked transparent, so it's got a transparent background. Then you want to go into here, select your output. So I've just set it to a folder in my downloads. You can either save it as a PNG sequence, so all of the individual frames as individual images, or if you don't want to do that, you can just have it saved as a video and set it like that. Currently it is set to 0 to 140 frames. You can see that down here. If you click on the t-shirt, these are the keyframes. So this is the start and this is the finish. So you can drag this and make the animation go to 280 frames, for example. Currently it's just going to play to 140, but if you extend this to 280 where you have put that, then it will play the whole thing but slower. Finally, you want to check your resolution. So currently it is at 2560 by 2560, which is quite high. That is going to take a long time to render. So you're probably going to want to set it to maybe 1000 by 1000. And then once you press render animation, your animation will now start rendering. Just as a little side note, I personally never render anything on my home computer. I use this service called Render Beamer. I don't work with them, but I have been using them for a year or so, and they're always super helpful. So if you want to look up Render Beamer and learn how to use this, you can just beam it up animation, and I've got to start Render Beamer up first. So whereas it would probably take a day to render on my home computer, I send it off to Render Beamer and they get it done in 10 minutes for me. But thank you for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, leave them below and I will be replying to every single one of them, as I said at the start of the video. And I have more tutorials live on my page for walking t-shirt mockups, clothing rail t-shirt mockups, and all sorts of different mockups, so check them all out.